Hello and good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Skinny Jean. Actually, wait there, hang on. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I'm coming in loud and clear at the moment. Wait there, everybody. Let me begin into the show. Suited and booted. I literally have a suit on. And what's going on with the internet tonight? Am I coming in clear? Am I coming in? I don't know. It's very low internet tonight. Very low. I come suited and booted for this. And this happens. Tonight, 07. Let me know if you're about in the comments. 07. Hey, buddy. How you doing? 0742 357 4520. If I'm coming in clear, let me know in the comments. That'd be really helpful. Because it's telling me I'm not got a lot of internet tonight. I feel like it could be one of those shonky nights where everything, and I mean everything, doesn't quite go right. But if we are coming in live, great. If you're listening on the podcast, hello to you. We are live, recording live every Thursday at 7 p.m. And it goes out to you, lovely people, on the podcast on Sundays in the morning. It's a Skinny Jean Garden podcast. I think we should start and then deal with the problems later. You're beaming positivity and radiance. You look amazing, mate. What just happened? Hey, mate. Or, right, I love singing, all right? So I could be a singer, you could be a backing dancer, band. Oh, my God. Oh, I know this. Oh, guys. Right. Oh, my God. Oh, right. We're just going to have to go off script for a second. Absolutely idiot-proof. Oh, my gosh, Danny. Forget it. Get out of here. That was unexpected. Welcome, everyone. Literally suited. And wait there. I know if you listen on the podcast, you can't actually hear this, right? This week, let me show you first. Let me show the audience first. But if you listen on the podcast, let me tell you, suited and booted. Look, this suit never used to fit me. Waistcoat. Too much space, if anything. Too much space. For tonight's RHS special. Because if you don't really know, I don't know. I'm not really on social much, right? If you don't know, this week has been. Hang on, actually, I was going to play some music right there. I always usually start with some music. Hang on. Something a bit RHS-y. A bit Chelsea. That's about right. That's about right. That's a bit of Chelsea. That's what I'm talking about. Good evening to Mr. Suggett. Good evening to Mr. Beddoes. Why's my water not working? Good evening to Dan's Kitchen Garden Lotman. What an amazing show we had last week. What an amazing show. No pressure for this week for us to do any better. No pressure. This week, yeah, like I say, it's actually supposed to be. Right now, I should be coming to you, not live from Chelsea, but at least giving you a review of what Chelsea was like. Good music, it's not. Let's enjoy it, hang on. Played a bit of this earlier on while I was just getting ready for tonight's show. Yeah, this week is RHS Chelsea week, everyone. But obviously, because of the pandemic, it has been postponed. At least it wasn't cancelled, right? At least it wasn't cancelled. It has been virtual RHS Chelsea. Now, you might know that last year I was part of that RHS virtual Chelsea. I was part of it. This year, wasn't asked. And I haven't actually seen much of it. If I'm honest with you, I thought I've got the show on Thursday. I thought one thing I could do is a little bit of research. I've not had time. I've been busy, been busy. And I think me and Sarkis last year, we talked about the whole, it basically says, music sounds like something you would hear in church. Wait, okay, I can't read the rest of that. It's a bit morbid. Waiting for the coffin to arrive. Okay. Singing Beto to him. Not me. I didn't say that. But if that's what you want. Me and Suggs talked about this last... 0742 357 4520 if you want to call in tonight. Or click the link. Me and Suggs talked about this last year, how much we quite enjoyed a little bit of virtual Chelsea. This year, I don't know if it's because I'm not really on social media anymore. I don't know if it's because we actually don't care about virtual stuff anymore. I don't know. But this time round doesn't seem the same sort of buzz. I don't know. I could be wrong. We'll have a little look later on the RHS. I've not looked. If you've looked and you've seen what's been going on, then call in. Chip in, guys. But I've not seen much about it. Doesn't matter though, because tonight we're also going to watch later on RHS Chelsea from 1984. 6 minutes in the show. I should definitely thank our beautiful sponsors, which we'll talk about them later on the show. Works-uk.com. I tried the tools out. I tried them tools out, everyone. I tried them. And I loved them. We'll talk about that later on. Big up to bestdaysvintage.co.uk. Look good. Feel good. Talk about them later on. And who's the other sponsor? Oh, me. That's all right. School Garden Success Plan, which I will talk about a little bit later on in the show, but I can't tell you too much. But I'll talk about it a little bit later. Those are our sponsors this week. Got a new sponsor next week, team. Another new sponsor coming in. If you want to sponsor the show, Lee at skinnyjeangunner.co.uk. Anyway, as I was saying, back to what I was saying, we're going to watch a 1984 episode. 1984. Before I was even born. Episode of RHS Chelsea. See what's changed. Everyone. It's I only saw a clip of it. Good evening, Liam. I only saw a clip of it, but no, a lot's changed. We'll have a look later. Maybe about 20 minutes. We'll have a little look. Anyway, usually this time of year, like last year we did virtual Chelsea, which is pretty cool. Because we're all in this together. That's what it felt like last year. But usually, I wouldn't be suited and booted. It's the first time I've managed to get into a suit for Chelsea. Wouldn't usually be suited and booted. But usually I'd be there. Probably a pint in hand, if I'm honest. It's a bit of a champagne-y do. As I think I've talked about before. A bit champagne-y. But enjoyable. It's a bit of a social. The gardens are alright as well. This is not an RH. Whenever Chelsea comes about, it seems, where's the positivity bell? We still got that? We still got the positivity bell? Where's... Whenever RHS Chelsea comes around, it's very easy to just go in on it. But we must remember, and I say this all the time, there is Hampton Court, which I'm at, 11th of July. Come watch me live on the festival stage. I think that could be my first show of the year. Be an interesting one. Some of the Chelsea, I mean, you might have seen some of the Chelsea stuff on BBC. I think they're repeating last year's. Lazy. I could have repeated last year's show, couldn't I? Lazy. Different sponsors, so I couldn't. But it's a bit of a champagne-y one, and very much like you need a lot of dollar to achieve some of these gardens. Does show you what's possible. You need a lot of dollar for it. My favourite one. Now, I had to think about this. What is my I've been to Chelsea 3 times now. 3 times, maybe 4 times. Once I went with my auntie Yvonne. Hello, Yvonne, if you're watching. We met Adam Frost. She's still got the picture on her phone now. I was like, all right, Adam, can you mind if my auntie has a photo with you? She went, yeah, sure. She never forgot it. Never forgot that moment. I was having a little think. Let me have a little look to see if I can. What was that garden called last year? Not last year, the year before. I'm going to have a little Google off screen because I can't remember what it's called. Let me have a little look and see if I can find. It was a children's garden. Children's. RHS Chelsea. Garden. What year would that have been? 2019. Good year. Little do we know. Oh, I did. I found it. So you're in luck. I think this is it. I don't know if I showed you this last year, actually. Did I show you this last year? I don't know. Beddoes says, I thought Beddoes had been to chat. Oh my gosh, I didn't tell you. Hey team, tonight, I didn't tell anyone. Tonight, team, if you call in, there's an opportunity to win tickets again. Another opportunity to win tickets. You know, Liam won tickets last week. You listen on the podcast and missing out. You know, Liam won tickets last week. He rang me in the week and said, look, I can't make it. I can't do it. So if you want to join us next, not this Sunday, next Sunday, Liam has said, should we do the first caller? No, let's not do the first caller. I'm not going to do that at the hat. Who's my favourite caller tonight? You can win tickets. Who is my favourite caller? Is that allowed? That's probably not in terms and conditions. So we allowed to do that? Probably. So there, Liam's give up his tickets. So if you want to come to a show next week, not Chelsea, if you want to come to a show, then call in tonight. 0742 357 4520. Right, where was that garden? Hang on. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Oh, rubbish pictures, though. Oh, awful pictures. Oh, it's full pictures. Hang on. Right, let me get the website up so I can show you on the screen. I know you're listening, can't actually see it. Doesn't matter. Don't worry. Right, in that goes. Share screen. The garden was called, if you're asking, which I know you weren't. Share screen. Share screen. Here it is. The garden was called it had to be like a really long name as well, didn't it? The Montessori Cemetery Children's Garden. It obviously had to be a children's garden, which is probably my favourite one the last however many years. Right, let me show you. We weren't asking. When I'm showing you tonight, because no one's calling in tonight. Gonna be a whole show, no calls. Let's see. Right, here we go. Right, so if you went to Chelsea 2019, nice one. Maybe you saw it on telly. There was like a greenhouse area. It was sunken. Yeah. There we go. Boom. That's such a better picture. My favourite thing. Now, we've had Max Restore. Max McMurdo. Hey, Max McMurdo. Hey, it's Max McMurdo here. We had Max McMurdo on the show a few years ago. I must call him. And anyway, containers. I love containers, right? If it's one thing I want to do, is create in my garden. You've already got a taxi, I know. An outdoor room with a container. And this one did it perfectly, yeah? The Montessori. Why has it got such an awful name? Probably meant something, but I could not pronounce it. Anyway, it's a container in a sunken garden. It's like a little courtyard. There's a TV on the wall. Perfect. There's a little outside room with like a little kitchen. A lot of colour. A lot of beautiful planting. I mean, for a kid's garden, I mean, the outside room's the best bit. The downstairs bit is not so good, all right? We love a wall of plants. What was that also called? Planted wall, sure. Is that it? That is the worst. Those are the worst photos. Who probably took them? Jonathan Wall probably took them. The worst photos. That's a better photo of it. I'll put it on my Instagram. If anyone wants to see it, I'll put it on my Instagram, this video I've been showing you. But that is my favourite garden. Let's hear from this guy.
Hello, mate.
Nuggets. Hello, Suggs.
Hello, mate. You're right.
Didn't come suited and booted today.
I have actually got a new gardening t-shirt, but I didn't put it on.
You've got a new garden t-shirt.
Yeah, but I didn't put it on tonight.
But you didn't put it on.
No.
Right.
I forgot all about it, if I'm honest. Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. Yourself?
Good, man. Did you forget? Because I told a few people today that, I'm doing the show tonight. And they said, oh, wow, we will definitely not listen. And I said, I'm doing a RHS Chelsea one, yeah? And they're like, oh, was it this week, is it?
Yeah. I didn't realise, actually, it was this week. I mean, logically, it is normally around this time every year, isn't it? But, I completely forgot all about it.
I don't feel like there's such a buzz about it this year. I don't know if that's just because don't really read the paper or watch telly or look at social media, but I don't really feel it.
No, I don't think it's been as promoted as it normally is this year, but I think that's because it's all online and they've scaled it back because they don't want to build up high expectations. Possibly. I could be wrong. Could be very wrong.
Also, they've got the actual show at the end of the year, so maybe they don't want to make too much of a big thing about it now if they've got the actual show in September.
Yeah. And then this time next year, hopefully it'll be the proper show actually at the event. But I do hope they keep on with the live streaming side of things as well.
Yeah, we said about live streaming.
Yeah.
It should happen, man.
Yeah, especially when I've seen some of the quality of the live streams that have gone on out there. There's a lot that we can be offering as a live stream.
There was something, right, about last year, about us all pulling together. I was involved in it and producing content for Chelsea. This year, it has been produced to good quality. I don't have the same feeling.
Yeah.
Maybe because they didn't ask me.
But again, I've not seen as much of a buzz about it as I did last year. Last year, everyone was, it's Chelsea, and you got your taxi out, didn't you, to take you to the event, and everyone pitched in with that. And then Michael Perry made a big thing about it as well. But I don't know. Maybe I'm not on social media as much this year. I don't know, but I'm just not seen as much as usual.
No. Well, although I did mention I was doing this show tonight, and RHS liked it.
There we go.
So if you want to see me in this suit, perhaps and Sug it in his
t-shirt,
yellow t-shirt, we could do the live stream, me and you.
Oh, I would love to take the live stream out on the road. I've got a wheelbarrow built up, ready for that sort of thing.
I don't think they're going to let us walk around with I was thinking more of a professional setup than you walking
around with a professional setup.
Yep. I know. I would never knock the wheelbarrow.
Yeah, never knock the wheelbarrow until you see it.
Okay, I've not seen it yet. You didn't show me last time I saw you.
No, because it wasn't quite finished. It's still not quite finished because the biggest problem, the battery. I need to spend a lot of money on the battery to make it truly mobile, but also various cameras and various other bits to really tighten it up.
I got you. I hear you loud and clear, mate. Chucks, have you ever been to Chelsea? I don't think you have you?
No, I haven't. No, it's one. I keep saying perhaps I should go, but then I either look at the prices or I see it on the TV and I just feel I probably wouldn't fit in there.
They let me in.
Yeah, I mean,
even without
You in a suit. I mean,
I
you're
don't wear
lucky
a
to get me
suit
out a t-shirt.
right. Like we spoke about this last year, didn't we? It is expensive, yeah. But
Yeah.
they say like, oh, you should do stuff once. Like, I think Chelsea is one of those things.
Yeah, I know my wife wants to go, and it's her birthday today. So perhaps if it's this time next year, I'll probably have to buy her tickets for her birthday to go.
There you go. I bought my aunt for my auntie's 60th. I bought her tickets to go to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Spent real money on them. I mean, I got him with
Yeah.
a press pass, but sure.
Yeah.
They probably give me a press pass this year.
I mean, dare I say it, and I'm probably going to be quite rude saying this, but using a press pass probably makes it affordable to take someone else there.
I'd still spend it though, even if I had to spend money. Actually, I shouldn't say this because they'll stop giving me press pass.
Yeah.
I would still spend it though to take someone there.
Okay. But it's not just the price of the tickets, is it? It's the price of the parking or the train and the fuel to get there as well.
Day out, innit?
Day out.
Save for it. You have got to save for it.
Yeah.
Says, Mr. Zagat, you're not posh enough like what Lee is.
I totally agree. No, I do totally agree with that. Jokes aside.
Yeah, a lot of people say I'm probably posh, very posh.
Yeah. Well, you are from Essex.
Yeah, the posh side.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, I'll tell you what, while you're here, Suggs, right? So I had a really good idea.
Okay.
Right. So I thought, like, we're going to look at some a show from 1984.
Yeah.
Later. I think Kevin was probably about in his 40s back then, and yeah. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, we're going to look at a show later of 1984. Anyway, right? I had an idea about doing a show garden the other day while walking Olive to school, and I wondered what you thought about it.
Hit me.
So we go down this. We call it a shortcut, but it's behind loads of people's houses, yeah. And there is like a load of old slides. There's like some terrible fake bush things out the back there. There's like old bricks, old pallets, like old, just basically a load of rubbish, yeah.
Yeah.
And I had an idea that why not turn? I don't. This might have been done before. This might have been done before, but why not turn all of that amazing material into a Chelsea show garden to show what can be done?
Yeah, especially with the green side of things that we're meant to be doing more, the recycling, the not throwing plastics away, etc., etc. That would be the angle I would think of going at it, making it about being green and being recycling.
Yeah, there's so much material everywhere. I can't believe what people get rid of. We've talked about this before, I know, but I just think as a show garden idea, I think to be able to just collect all that material and nothing, like when I say nothing can be, you can't spend a penny.
Yeah.
Probably a TV show in that. Don't spend a penny.
Don't spend a penny. Just salvage what you can. Well, it's interesting you say that because I've had a bit of a dilemma today.
Yeah.
Now, a friend of ours came round to take Amanda out exploring on her birthday, but he brought me presents.
Yeah.
Her birthday, I get presents.
Well, that makes sense.
But he'd been down to he takes a person across us who's special needs. Yeah. Takes them to this trust place on a Thursday to make some stuff out of things like scrap wood.
Yeah.
So he made me some presents today, and I'm a bit of a dilemma with it because, first of all, this is what he made me.
The Podding shed. Little sign. Yeah, lovely little sign. Like it.
Little sign, lovely, fantastic. And, that's going to go up in my shed quite nicely.
Cool.
But then,
oh no,
there was this.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
Like a trug?
A trug. Yeah.
Oh, right. It was very unexpected. Now, I'd say that's a lovely gift. Now, but you're saying you've got a dilemma.
I've got a dilemma. Yeah, I mean, he's given it to me to try and promote the place, that Aldenbourne Trust. I'll get that name out there right now.
Yeah.
But I feel because it's a charity,
Yeah.
I don't deserve it.
What is the trust called again?
Aldenbourne Trust.
Aldenbourne.
Yeah, down near Chichester.
What do you mean you don't deserve it?
Well, they've just handed it over to me, and it's a charity. I feel I've got to go down there with sort of 40 quid and hand it to them. If it's like taking candy from a child,
it's a gift.
I know, but it's a charity at the same time.
Well, there's nothing for me donating to it. I mean, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, is it just me then?
Or I don't know, man. Like, or send some vegetables down there, fill it with some veggies, and send it down
That's
there.
not a bad idea, actually. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
I don't know, man. What? Is give them a load of seeds, says Bedo. I suppose that's not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea as well. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do other stuff. Like, sure, like, you know, I mean, it was gifted, right?
It was gifted. Yeah, I know. It's just, to me, feels a bit.
Well, no, it's nice though, because it means, like, look at what you could give them back. Like,
I know. Well, yeah, but at the same time,
you can actually give them more than 40 quid, because if they have their own seeds, they grow them, they could do like Mr. Jackson does and sell plants, and then they can make more money.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I will do, as well as giving them a mention.
Yeah, and give them a mention as well. Do you know what? I just realised I'm not wearing my glasses tonight, and I don't know where I put them. I've lost 3 pairs. I don't know why I just thought about this when I was looking at myself. I've lost 3 pairs of glasses in the last week. So, that's I don't know. I need to tell you that. That's what I do, mate.
Yeah,
they've made something incredible for you.
Out of scrap wood, out of waste wood as well.
Incredible. Let me see it again.
Which one?
Not the sign. Not the sign. Yeah, that is incredible.
Yeah.
Scrap wood for that. You said scrap wood, I mean like pallets, but that is.
I mean, it could be pallets. They've just sanded it down and
done well. Good job, mate.
Yeah,
really nice. Fill it, mate. Kevin says, auction it off and then use the money to buy something useful for them.
I mean, that would just feel, to me, auctioning it off is cheating them as well.
But also, the biggest problem is, and we both know this from your listener base and my listener base, that if we did any sort of auction, they're so tight, you'd probably get about £1.20.
You kind of got a point there. But no, they've given that to me to auction it off would probably pee them off quite rightly. Sure.
No, I like it, man. Like you got, they've made something for you. You can definitely support them in different ways, can't
you? Yeah.
Do it. Although you say that, Kevin's just gone in with a £30. It's already started, mate.
It's already started.
30 quid.
30 quid from Kevin. There you go.
There we go. If anyone can beat that, then maybe I don't know. Beat the size. I don't want to get involved in this. This sounds I don't want to get involved in this.
Yeah. But anyway, but I mean, the reason I brought that up is about using waste materials.
So much you can do. That's what I'm saying. I think a garden, I mean, it doesn't have to be a Chelsea garden, but it would be cool if it was at Chelsea. A garden literally made, that's probably the RHS just texted you.
No, I'm afraid not.
A garden literally made out of no plant. You can't buy anything.
What about where you're going to get the seeds from to grow some plants? Donated seeds?
That's cheating. You can't do that.
Or donated plants.
You have to go around any plants that people don't want in their own gardens.
That's what I meant, from people who don't, in their gardens, not people pulling out weeds and stuff.
No. So yeah, no, we don't like a garden of weeds, but
Well, a weed is just a plant that's growing somewhere where it shouldn't. So somebody pulls up a raspberry from the, I don't know, tulip patch or something.
in it goes. I mean, it could take quite a long time. I don't know about it. Obviously, we have loopholes for certain. Yeah, you can't buy anything. I think that'd be amazing to actually see. I think that'd be a really good garden. I think I'd get a lot of press as well. I think I go on £0 spent on it.
Well, there you go. You need to put that offer in for one of the shows.
We'll make it happen at some point.
Make it happen. Make it happen.
Do it. There we go. In a minute, we're going to watch a bit of 1984. A bit of 1984 Chelsea.
Cool.
So
look forward to that.
Sticking around for that.
Fantastic.
If you want to put a suit on and feel part of it, please do.
Yeah, well, once I'm off screen, I'll put my suit on.
Sure, I'm sure you will. So, thanks for calling in, mate.
No worries. Thank you very much.
Catch you later, dude. Bye.
Cheers, bye.
Fab, Mr. Richard Suggett, kicking things off tonight. Hey, if you want to call in, I'm already going next week to Gardens World Live with Suggs. But if you want to call in tonight, you can get a chance to win some tickets because Liam's chucked them back out there. So if you want to call in, please do. Michelle says, hello, Michelle. Good evening to you. The community garden downstairs. I didn't pay for anything. We skip dived for all our, a beautiful bit of skip diving for all the pots and compost bins. I think that idea has got legs, everyone. If we can create a garden out of nothing, like Michelle says, and nothing, then that'd be cool, right? Show what can be done. I walk down this alleyway all the time, and I just think so much rubbish down here, but it's not rubbish. It's material. It's material to create something amazing. 35 said Liam. There's a bidding war going on for this drug already. Everybody, a bidding war. I don't want to get involved in it. I think maybe Suggs will talk about it on his show on Sunday, if you want to listen to that. I'll get involved in that. 1984, I was cruising Chelsea in a custom van, says Beddoes. I'm sure it was. Geezer, the geezer that he is. Everyone, the geezer. That he is. Right, hey, it's time for one of these. This podcast would not be as incredible. This podcast would not be as incredible as it is without one, you beautiful callers calling me on 0742 4357 4520. Couldn't remember the phone number for a sec. And without our incredible sponsors, works-uk.com. Everyone, works-uk.com is the place to be right now. Last week, we talked. I don't think I'd opened some of the incredible tools that I received from them. I'm going to talk about this jet washer. Right? I don't know if did I talk about this last week? It's called the Hydro. What's it called? Let me. No, I need to actually tell you exactly what it's called. Wait there. The Hydro. I don't want to get it wrong. The Hydro Shot. The Hydro Shot. I was speaking to my brother tonight. He said to me he needs to get his car washed. He can't wash it because it's on the road. I felt like saying hi. I won't lend it to him. Oh, he might be listening tonight. I'll lend it to him under supervision. The Hydro Shot, right? Battery powered, right? That's not the noise it makes. That's more of it. Put the battery in it. Yeah. The end of the hose goes into a bucket. You get this fold-up bucket of water, and then you just it. I love it. Dan was on last week. He was using it down the allotment to water his plants. I can see it working perfectly. I can see it working perfectly down there. Washed the car with it. It worked. Absolute treat. If my brother's listening, he called in last week, didn't he? The week before, maybe. So I let him. He can borrow it. All right? He can borrow it. The fact that all these tools, and maybe I don't know why I'm still so amazed. The fact that all these tools have they have a battery powered now. It's like magic to me. I don't know why. I'm like, what is this magic? You see this? Like no wires. See this? There's no wires here. Anyway, the Hydro Shot, love it. Works-UK.com if you want to find out more, everybody, about the Hydro Shot. Also, bestdaysvintage.co.uk, everybody. bestdaysvintage.co.uk. Look good, feel good. In whatever you're wearing for all your vintage clothing needs. Not only look good with Best Days Vintage, you can also feel good. I talked about this last week with their new counselling area that they've got in the shop. Also, I think I'm not going to confirm this because I think if you just message them, if you're feeling something, yeah, you're feeling a little bit. We all do. Sometimes, I mean, they're my friends, so I'm always texting them. Message them on Insta. They'll try and help where they can. You know what I mean? Or pop into the shop if you're in the Colchester area. Or hit them up on, if you want to look good, hit them up on bestdaysvintage.co.uk. If you sign up to their newsletter, they also help you out with mental health notes and stories and help every week. So it's worth signing up to that. I think you get 15% off as well if you sign up to that. That's bestdaysvintage.co.uk. Plus, everyone, the school, I didn't put any of the advert, only branding up. I always forget this. Oh, also, the school works. I mean, if you listen to the podcast, it means nothing to you. Best Days. And the school gun success plan, everyone. We'll talk about it a little bit later on. But we're getting a lot of progress on it. I cannot wait. There's something exciting I'm going to be able to talk about next week. Something we're bringing out for National Children's Gardening Week. So look out for that, everyone. With the school garden success plan, everyone. Well, let's see. 074235. Thanks very much to our sponsors. Anyway, would not be here without them. Made it sound like I would not do this for nothing. I didn't mean it like that. All right, I did not mean it like that. Let's have a look in the comments while we might get a phone call in a sec. Kevin recently released a video of a walk he did with Bonneville. Try talking about the most famous person you met to see if he brings it up. What? What's he saying? Who's Bonneville? Kevin says, watch out, Lee. A Canadian/American is watching you. Hello, Lisa Fox. Hello, Lisa Fox. Canadian/American. Lee, can Works send me a palm sander? I will give them a plug on the YouTube channel. I don't know if it works like that. You can borrow mine when I get it. Lisa says American. Thanks, Lisa, for confirming that. You can't be Canadian/American. That's because if you're Canadian, you don't want to be called American. And if you're American, you don't want to be called Canadian. It's a bit like if you're from Essex, you don't want to be from Suffolk. And if you're from Suffolk, you do want to be from Essex. Just the way it is. I'm sorry. Oh, what did you say earlier? Oh, okay. I didn't see that, Suggs. I'm sorry. I wasn't meant to read out what you said. Oh, okay. Born and raised. Born and raised. Welcome, Lisa, anyway. Welcome. Right. Shall we have, if you're up for it, no one's calling in tonight. Well, we had Suggs in. You can call in too or chip in by hitting the link. Very much welcome, everybody. Shall we have a look a little bit? Let's have a little bit of a breather in between of tonight's show. Let's have a little look, if you don't mind. What was I saying earlier? Oh, I know what I was saying my favourite garden. Anyway, I really love that kids' garden. That's probably my favourite garden I've ever seen. There has been more incredible gardens. Don't get me wrong, at Chelsea. There's more gardens that stand out, but that's probably been my favourite because it hits up the Montessori Cemetery kids' garden, right? Because it hit up everything that I loved. It's got a children's garden amongst it. It's got container gardening. It's got walls that are planted up. Loved it. Let's go and have a look, everyone, at what Chelsea used to look like back in 1984. Now, I don't know where you were in 1984. I, for sure, wasn't born because I'm just that young. I was born 4 years later. 4 years later, I was born. Let me have a... Oh, a minute. That's Costa. How do I get open? I want to open that one. Is it going to let me open? Here we go. Right, slow down. Right. Oh, now we've started. Now the show's... How long are we in? 41 minutes into the show. Now the show's started. If you want to chirp in at any point, 0742 357 4520. Maybe you're sitting at home in your suit, in a shed, like me, about to watch 1984 Chelsea. Let's have a little look. This is absolute lift music, right?
Welcome to this, the 63rd Chelsea Flower Show. Stage.
Stop the tape. I did see a little bit of this earlier. Is this guy Peter Seabrook? Some of you might know who's it. Or Sims Music. It is a bit like Sims Music. Is this Peter Seabrook? Because... oh, maybe I'll tell you about something. Maybe I won't. I won't talk about it tonight, about the Seabrook. But is this Peter Seabrook? Because this was in 1984. He looks old in this. What is he now, like 90? Is this Peter Seabrook?
By the Royal Horticultural Society here in the Royal Hospital grounds at Chelsea. I'm joined by Alan Titchmarsh. Alan, it's going to be a vintage year for gardeners, I think.
Isn't it just? First of all, the international...
I mean... I mean, I've never seen a young Alan Titchmarsh, but that haircut is... that haircut. Suggs says, Peter's such a lovely bloke. Yeah. Yeah. I'll ring you tomorrow, Suggs.
National Garden Festival at Liverpool, slowly developing over 6 months and changing seemingly with every week. And then here at Chelsea, everything coming together for a marvellous 4-day show.
It's almost...
Is Titchmarsh wearing a wig? He might be. Also, he's doing that Prince Philip, R.I.P., the Prince Philip hand thing. Or like the Charles does that, didn't he? Charles, bring your hands down. Like, I'm quite important. And so I'll speak with my fingers touching each other. That's actually quite a skill, touching each other. Anyway, what's Peter got to say?
It's like a great family reunion. All those nurserymen arriving and meeting sort of once a year, looking to see what one another have, and some super quality, lovely plants.
Oh, it's a real place to meet old friends, both in terms of people and plants, but also this year, some very promising newcomers, and I think one or two new plants that are going to be with us for an awful long time.
Well, in those gardens, wherever the architects keep dreaming up these quite brilliant design ideas, I really don't know.
Well, this is the great thing about Chelsea. Of course, you can come and you can take ideas away, and if you wait long enough, you can take plants away too.
Yeah, no one wants to be there at that point. No one. If you're going to go to Chelsea, you think you're going to get some plants. I'd say don't, because it's mental. At the end of a show, any sort of show, it goes crazy. People lose their mind. They want everything for like 20p. It's crazy. It is Seabrook. No, it is him, innit? It's he's got a distinct voice, but he look. He must be about 50 here. So if he's 50 there, that makes sense actually. 50, 60, 70, 80. How old is Peter Seabrook? Let's have a look. Pete, he's got a wiki. Peter Seabrook. He has got a Wikipedia. He has got a Wikipedia. Right, let's have a, how old are you, Peter? Hang on. He was born in 1935. What's that make him? Someone do the calcs in the group. 1935 he was born. How old is he now? I didn't know we were going to start talking about Peter Seabrook tonight.
Not just the finest horticultural show in the world, but also the start to London's social calendar.
There's great excitement among the exhibitors with the arrival of the first official visitor, Her Majesty the Queen.
It is the Queen.
Greeted for the first time by the new president, Mr. Robin Herbert and Mrs. Herbert.
Herbert, yeah.
Earlier, Mr. Herbert conducted the Prince and Princess of Wales on a surprise unofficial visit. They showed much interest in the whole show.
Remember? He's 86! Peter. Sorry, I know we're really going off subject here, but Peter Seabrook is 86. 86. Wow. 86. I wonder if I'll be podcasting at 86. I won't be.
And paid particular attention to the
Anyway, Princess Di's just turned up.
Victoria Garden and tiles, and the chalk garden from Cheltenham, which isn't so very far from their own home. Princess Michael of Kent picking out the new roses. And Princess Margaret, accompanied by John Hillier.
You know what? In The Crown, they never show him going to Chelsea. Missed opportunity there, wouldn't it? So that would have made him 50 years old in this video. Mate. Beto says, my dad's 95 next month. Spanish sun is good for him. Wow, 95, man. I'm going to Spain.
Lou Russell with Princess Alexandra amongst the old-fashioned roses.
Oh.
It's the highlight of the year for all those exhibitors who've been working away for months, all their hopes and aspirations.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I think they're walking around Chelsea and there's like an old Granada parked out the back or something. Just sitting on the grass. I love that.
To be judged in the next few hours.
And when the members began to arrive at 8 o'clock on Tuesday morning, it had been pouring with rain all night. But that didn't stop them from pouring through the turnstiles, brollies at the ready. During the 4 days of the show, 250,000 people will meander through a 27-acre patchwork of gardens and flowers, looking for new ideas and new plants, both in the open and under cover. And just look what greets the eyes of those visitors as they enter the grand marquee. Strident geraniums spilling from Acosta's barrow. Pastel
I love a geranium, eh? I'm actually not a big fan of geraniums.
coloured peonies with their goblet-shaped blooms, and tree peonies with tissue paper petals and finely cut foliage. And those indispensable flowers that bloom in the spring, the irises, in some startling colours. But the keynote of Chelsea is quality, and you won't find better rhododendrons than these anywhere. Not just the usual pink and red varieties, but dusky purples like Frank Galsworthy too. And if you've got a small garden, then the Yakushi Mainam hybrids are for you. Short and stocky plants that flower so prolifically that their foliage almost entirely disappears from view.
He's right. They do. Look how busy it was back then. That's one thing with Chelsea though. So busy. On like an actual proper show, like it's crazy busy. You used to. I mean, maybe COVID's done it right. Maybe COVID's done it good. Probably a little bit less busy. I might not be. I don't know. But you never get crowds like that. My granddad loved geraniums. I love them too, Liam. It's a bit awkward. Sorry, Liam. Liam said his granddad loved geraniums. Me too. Love them.
Long-stemmed, perpetual flowering carnations, and lots of different cultivars to choose from in a wide variety of colours. But if you're looking for something new, then you want to watch for the spray carnations. And we have for the first time the micro types with very tiny flowers. But you need heated glass for these. If you've just got a windowsill, then you have to go for the mini carnations. And when they finish flowering, you can plant them in the garden and they'll come up year after year. And just look at the range of St. Paulias, the variety there, and the quality. Just 1 6-inch pan with that huge plant of Wonderland. There's quality in the growing. Or for something
And then on to the scents, as well as the sights, of summer. The Moroccan broom with its yellow cockades.
A lot of attention at Chelsea in the last few years.
Boring. I want to see some gardens. Here we go. Now we're talking. We're in. Teach Marshal's in a garden. Right. Now, anyone, put in the comments tonight or call in. If you think this is 1984, I'm not saying that nothing's changed. I mean, it was 1984. So some of these things could be making a comeback. It's like fashionable. It's like bestdaysvintage.co.uk. You tell me what you think.
Marks the centenary of one of the country's leading gardening weeklies, and to celebrate, they've built a Victorian villa garden that's the kind that would have been around in 1884 when the magazine...
Oh, fair enough. They actually built a garden from 1884, did you say?
...was founded. Up at the top of the slope here, a rustic summer house, useful for sheltering from rain or from sheltering from the hot summer sun. And
actual lawns, Bella says, look very different than the gardens. Looking at the plants rather than the impossible gardens. Oh, Bellows likes looking at the plants rather than the impossible gardens. I don't think they're impossible, Bellows. I just think that perhaps you can't ever go to a show and say you can buy off the hook, do they call it? You can do that. You can buy off the hook. I think that's what it's called. But I think it's more to take ideas. Like that Monserrati Century garden that I showed you earlier. I'm not actually going to build that in my garden. I just want to take ideas from it. Probably not going to get a container in the garden. But I might build an outside room that's similar. Like this. I'm not going to build a Victorian 1884. What did he say? 84 garden? Probably not going to do that. That's full stop, actually. I'm just not going to do it. What I'm surprised at, more than anything, one is the size of the gardens. One is there's a lawn. don't get much lawns, do you? And I'm wondering if we're going to get a lot of lawns.
Alongside it, a classic Victorian garden plant, the monkey puzzle tree. The ones that were planted by the Victorians are quite strapping now, but this chap here, well, he's still a youngster. And if you've got a Victorian villa garden and you're finding in it great lumps of clinker and you're not quite sure what they were used for, well,
A clinker? What's clinker?
take a look here and your problem's solved. They were used to build rockeries, amongst which would
Oh. Clinker.
grow ferns, the pride of the Victorians. Here they are in all their shuttlecock glory. They used to have far more varieties than you'd believe, with crispulated edges and fuzzy little tops. The trouble was, when the war came, interest in them ceased and a lot of them disappeared. But they're coming back now, and so too are the ivies, kinds with coloured and frilly foliage, here set off beautifully in this rustic tub which surmounts yet another rustic tub beneath.
You've got to give it to Titchmarsh. Even when he was, I don't know, how old is he? Maybe 12 in this. He knew how to describe a garden and plants, right? Even me, I'd be like, actually, I shan't do my audition for Chelsea. But I'd be much. All right, mate. Maybe I could do like the BBC Free edition. You got some ivy here in a pot. Some ivy in a pot here. There's loads of different ones you can get ivy out for cheap. So ivy in the pot. There's some rocks over there. Clinker, they used to call it. Turn them into a rockery. Pretty good. But yeah, plants among that. And then down the end here, there's a little bit of grass. Clinker was burnt coal. I never knew that. Bit of clinker there. You burnt coal. Didn't know that, Kevin. You could have said anything. I still wouldn't know. A little bit of clinker there. So that's it's for your rockery. And then you've got a bit of lawn here, so you could have a little kick about. You get a football, have a little kick about. That's Chelsea Flower Show, Lee Connolly for BBC Three reporting. If we clip that up, send it to BBC, they'll take that.
Little detail has been captured in this Victorian villa garden, from the ropework edgings to the beds and borders to a rustic seat. And what do you put in your flower beds in a Victorian garden? Victorian bedding, quite formal.
I love that. And who would sit in a Victorian garden? A Victorian.
Tiers, alternanthera, lobelia, begonias, leading up to that tall ivy which gives a bit of height.
God, they really loved ivy, didn't they? I feel like ivy gets a bit of a bad rap nowadays.
All of which goes to prove that not every single Victorian garden that was ever made was cold, dank, dreary and packed with dull evergreens.
There they are. There's all the old tears pointing at it. That'll do it. Here is our very own Victorian. It's Liam. Hi, mate.
How you doing?
I'm very well, mate. We can see you this week, which is always lovely.
Yeah, I thought I'd try this out. I'm not that good at doing this. Sometimes I can't do it. Sometimes I do it wrong, but it's work.
If Ian Beddoes can do it, mate, you can do it.
Yeah.
How are we this week?
Yeah, good. Not too bad. It's raining heavy outside at the moment, pouring down.
We
bad weather.
have the same weather, and everyone keeps saying to me, "Oh, can't wait for some sun. We just need some dry weather." And I was like, "We had dry weather."
Yeah.
I said that. We had dry weather for ages, and my mum and dad were like, "Oh, no, I'm going on a rant here. Sorry." And my mum and dad were like, "Oh, the grass is looking really green now." I was like, "Yeah, because of the rain."
The rain, we need it definitely. It's good.
Okay. Anyway, mate. Sorry, that was my little rant. How are you, man? What's going down?
Yeah, not much has been going down. I've been busy at work, trimming banks, steep banks.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. One of them's called I don't know if I should say it. One of them's called Bastard Bank.
Oh, wow. Okay. You didn't have to say it. I can imagine. I can think it'd be quite fun to begin with, and then like
start sliding down it with a petrol strimmer in your hand. It's quite challenging.
Not as fun, mate. I understand that.
Good job,
Liam,
though.
have you been to Chelsea before, Liam?
No, one of the ones I haven't been to. I've been to Hampton Court.
Yeah.
Hampton Court's good. I did go. I went with a boss. Yeah, I went with one of my old bosses from down south. We went. It was really good, but he preferred Hampton Court to Chelsea.
Yeah.
But one of my bosses, one of my bosses from my old job, he loved going to Chelsea. But a friend of his used to get him the tickets. He used to go with a friend. A friend used to always want him to go with him, and he went every year, like religiously, every year to Chelsea.
Wowza. I mean,
But
it's
pricey, mate.
It's pricey, mate. And I don't care what
too busy, isn't it?
It's too busy, isn't it? I don't care what people say, right? I don't care what they say. It is a bit posh
one.
But then I think,
good.
yeah, I think I'm fine with that. Like, that's fine to have a little bit of a champagne-y. I call champagne-y Chelsea, beer in your hand, Hampton.
Yeah, cool. No, it's cool. It's cool. It'd be one. It's one I want to do one day. It's one that I'd love to do. Chelsea, really would love to do it.
It's the only show that I've never got tickets to give away, I'm afraid, Liam. So
no, that's all right.
We'll try in the future.
No worries. Hampton Court's good. Hampton Court I really enjoyed Hampton Court. It was fun. Really fun.
He's a good one, mate. It's a good one show. Would you? I tell you what. Hey, would you ever like to do a show garden? Is there anything you've ever thought about before?
It's the pressure, isn't it? I bet it's the pressure of the show gardens, isn't it? Doing it. The pressure of it.
A lot of pressure, but it's fun, wouldn't it?
It would be cool. I'd love to have you on a garden one day. I'd love to give you a hand on a garden. If you ever do a show garden.
Well, I mean, I'm supposed to do one. I'm meant to do one next year, but it's for. Well, I'm not putting it down. It's for Ideal Home Show, but I don't know, man. It's been sitting in my garden for 2 years now because it got cancelled. I was supposed to do it in 2020, last year. By the time I get around to doing it, it's going to be sitting there. It's just rotting away at the moment. I'm not happy about it. It puts me on a bit of a downer.
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it?
It sort of took me out of that. I would like to do I want to do an RHS, but I want to do. Did you hear me earlier talking about this garden that I want to do?
No, I might have missed that bit.
Talking about to Suggs, I was saying about on the route to school, we go down like a little alleyway, like a little shortcut, Olive calls it, and there's loads of just basically rubbish, like old slides, old pots, pallets. Just basically is a dumping ground for all the houses behind to chuck their stuff in. It just sits there. I thought, what an amazing thing to do. Doesn't have to be at Chelsea, but it'd be cool if it was because the price of them gardens. But to create a garden from zero with £0, all just collected from stuff that people dump.
That'd be clever, wouldn't it? That'd be really cool. That'd be really cool.
That could happen one day. Who knows?
Yeah, that'd be impressive.
And you can come give me a hand, mate.
Definitely, mate. I'll be there, mate.
I know we talked about it last week. We don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. But has there been any progress with your neighbour?
No. It's been difficult. Not at all. Okay. I'll be honest with you. What happened? I mean, this was my birthday. Obviously, it was my birthday on the Sunday.
Yes, happy birthday.
And then it was all going to bed sort of reasonable time. It wasn't like late one because of work, and obviously Harry's got school and kids got school, so we're getting ready for bed in our PJs. Knock on the door, right?
Yeah, go on.
Police lady at the door.
What?
Police woman at the door.
Why?
I answered the door.
Yeah.
And she went, Is Hannah there? That's my partner, obviously, Hannah, the missus. Yeah. I said, oh, yeah, come in. I was sort of expecting it, to be honest, Lee.
Oh, no.
But what it was, Hannah, there was a complaint. And we said to her, I know who that is. She couldn't say who it was, but we know who it was. It was obviously the next door neighbour. Hannah raised her voice, telling off Harris.
Yeah.
Harris was messing about, so she raised her voice. I heard her when I was upstairs, but I heard her telling Harris off because he's been naughty. Just a normal thing, normal.
Yeah. Sure. We all been there,
normal
mate.
family life, right?
Yeah.
And she heard obviously Hannah talking to Harris quite. Obviously, she heard it through the wall, so she rings the police because she's not. It's not good, mate.
Well, but the plot thickens.
She's burnt her bridges with me. I tell you that.
I mean, last week I said shower her with love. This week, I won't say nothing. I'm not saying anything.
I'm being very polite on it. I'm being very polite with my words, mate.
Yeah, good. Well, the plot thickens, mate.
We're just keeping ourselves. I just don't want to be. We're just keeping ourselves to ourselves. It's awkward, isn't it? As a neighbour, it's hard, isn't it? It's really hard. I mean, we've been so good. I've been so good to her, Lee. Really good. And it's a shame it got to that. It's got to that point, and I think it's just nastiness, not needed.
Yeah, the plot.
It's a shame. But let's have some positive. What positive things shall we say?
I was going to say, I shall give you a call about that maybe tomorrow or something. Positively.
Positively, Lee.
Hey, positively. I can't say too much about it, right? But I had a really great meeting this week about the school. It's only a starter meeting. Maybe I'm getting far too excited about it. About the school garden success plan. And we won't talk about it too much. But for National Children's Garden Week, I think we're going to do a competition to try and get some schools to have them for nothing. But I've still got to work that out yet. But yeah, some really positive steps forward this week. We booked in filming for the end of June, and it's all coming together. So very exciting.
That's excellent news. Really good news for you. Look forward to seeing what you got planned. It'll be good. And I was going to say,
yeah, it's good, man.
Are you going to be having some more guests on your podcast, like in the future? And that, have you got anyone lined up, like any sort of people lined up for it, like France's top hill, is it?
Yeah, Top Hill. Yeah, we could do. Do you know what? Someone asked me about this the other week, and I said, at the moment, I don't know who I want to speak to at the moment. Yeah, and I had with so many guests up until March. It was really nice. And yeah, maybe we will. I think maybe we'll look at getting one a month.
Yeah.
But I don't know who the first person is. You want Francis Top Hill?
How about Rachel?
You mean Rachel the Taney or whatever her name is? I know you'd love it. I mean, I'm sure she's lovely, but I don't have the same amount of love for her as you do. We'll work on it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
See how it goes, eh?
There it goes, mate. I'll have a think about it.
Yeah, great to see you, mate. It's good to see you back and all that. Brilliant.
Cheers, man. Thanks for calling once again, mate. I'll give you a bell later, all right?
No worries. You take it easy, mate. Thank you.
Bye. Fantastic. Liam Webb there. Beto says Charlie Dimmock would be a good guest. I know you keep saying Dimmock. I know. Oh, I know you do keep saying Dimmock. I need to get back into that. Maybe it's something I'll think about tomorrow. Bellows wants Dimmock. Liam wants Detain. I want Costa. That's free there, and that's 3 months covered. I think one interview a month might be enough. I think so. I think so. Hey, let's have a bit of this. Big up to our sponsors. Oh, I've frozen. Big up to our sponsors. The internet's terrible tonight. Big up to our sponsors. Works-uk.com. Everyone, like last week, I said that I received some of their tools. Jet washer was wicked, yeah. The other, the strimmer was decent actually, and there's not a massive amount I can tell you about this stream apart from it works and it's a treat. Absolute treat. You know that I love the robotic. You know I love it. But also to be able to have the robot do the work for you and then just be able to bosh out the bosh it out. That's another makeup, you can't really say that. Just bosh it out with a battery powered trimmer. Don't half make it easy. Makes it so easy. Another tool that I really like though, a battery again, yeah. No, I need to find out what it's called because I don't want to get it wrong. What was it called? It's a. No, wait. Don't go anywhere. Wait. What was it called? Hang on. No, let me have a look through their website. All garden tools. It's a leaf blower. Right. And it is powerful. Not that one. Which one's it called? It's called a. Is it the Leaf Jet? I think it's the Leaf Jet. It's a cordless leaf jet. It is so powerful and so light. Absolute beauty. Go check it out. works-uk.com. In the episode notes, I shall put a link. But if you're looking for a leaf blower, that is the kiddie. Does it say how much it is on the website? Let me have a look. Oh, I can't find it. It's not loading. I'll tell you what, I'll put it in the episode notes if anyone wants to find out more about that. Leaf Jet, because it is an absolute treat from Works. bestdaysvintage.co.uk. If you want to feel good and look good, that's not an actual saying, look good and feel good, then bestdaysvintage.co.uk is the place to go. I really like, they've got a brand, their own brand called Yiffy, right? The wires for youth, because I'm so young. They've also got a brand called Failed Rockstar Club, which you may see me wear quite a bit. Their Failed Rockstar Club, because obviously, as you all know, regular listeners to the show will know that I am a big, used to be, in a rock band. But maybe we'll keep that story for another day, won't we? Keep that story for another day. I really love that brand stuff. bestdaysvintage.co.uk. If you sign up to their newsletter, I think you get about 15% off, which is pretty decent. So go check that out. And finally, the School Garden Success Plan, which obviously it sponsors the show because it's my brand. School Garden Success Plan. It is being delivered on September. We've got I'm actually delivering the first order to Ashton Keynes School, Mr. Stuart Jackson School. But all the other orders are going to be delivered same time in September, not by a handsome Essex man, I'm afraid, but probably by an Australian. But but if you want to find out more about that, it's skinnyjeangardener.co.uk/school success. We are providing all of the equipment, all of the raised beds, the seeds, the soil, everything you need, the tools, the beautiful tools, everything you need to grow your own. We're also supplying the video lessons and the most important thing, the teacher support. So if a teacher has any questions, all they have to do is they message one of our team and they get back to them. Like that. Hang on. Like that. I can't click. Why can't I? Hang on. Look. Come on. What's happened tonight? Like that. Hang on. Like that, everyone. It's the School Gun Success Plan. skinnyjeangardener.co.uk/school success. Everybody. What time is it? Oh, wow. We're really getting through tonight's show. Thanks for joining me, everyone. 07, if you want to call in, 0742 357 4520. I don't know how many calls we're going to get for the rest of the show, but yeah, Bello says you're doing well with no glasses. I am, but my eyes really hurting tonight. They really hurt. Which is the reason I wear them, bellows. So I struggle if not. You see me squinting a lot tonight. I can feel I'm struggling. But I've lost them. 3 pairs of glasses I've lost. How's that even possible? Fuming about it. Really angry. 0742 357 4520 if you think you can find my glasses. If you do call in tonight or do chirp in like the fantastic Mr. Sugger or Liam Webb, then you'll probably win tickets. I'll be honest with you, because 1, Suggs are coming, and 2, Liam's chucked them tickets back into the hat. So it means that someone else can win them. So if you call in tonight in the next 45 minutes, you're probably going to win them. That means you're probably going to see me and Sugger at Gardeners World in less than 10, 20, 12 days. Not far away at all, is it? Not far away at all. Tonight we're talking about Chelsea, which is this week, and maybe at the end of the show we'll have just a little look to see what's on the actual. I haven't looked. I haven't had time to look this week. I mean, this time last year we had a lot of time on our hands, right, team? A lot of time on our hands. I've not looked, so I'll have a little look at the end of tonight's show about what is available for you, lovely people. Sean's just in from work. Sean, if you call in, right, tonight. Again, because I know you missed that, but whoever calls in next gets those tickets to Gardeners World. 2 of them. 2 tickets. Whoever calls, you can't just call and go, all right, and that's it. Bring it up with something to the table. All right. Oh, you've won the tickets. Thanks. Ooh, don't work like that. 0742 357 4520. This guy you might see going around that weekend. It's Mr. Ian Bellows. Look at him. Hello, Bellows.
Hello, mate.
What?
I thought I'd make the effort. I've put my waistcoat on.
That you look very smart. Has that got a teddy bears on?
No, it's Tweety Pie and Sylvester and things like that.
Not even better than teddy bears. Good luck, my friend.
I bought it in a closing down sale in Florida. Cost me $1.
It's a good look. I like it.
Well, wait until I see you a week on Sunday.
What are you gonna be wearing then?
I've got an ET jacket.
Wicked.
Yeah, showerproof one, just in case it's going to rain.
Just in case you walk into a shower.
Yeah.
Hey, Beddoes, you've been to Chelsea. You're a man of Chelsea, right?
I've been there.
What year was it?
Lots of years. Not to Chelsea Flower Show.
Oh.
Must be honest. I've been to the Carlton Tower umpteen times. The Hilton and Park Lane. Done all sorts of stupid things like that. Slept in the back of a van on Sloane Street.
You think you slept in the back of a van?
Yeah.
What were you up to?
We were doing the Chelsea cruise.
What is that? What's the Chelsea cruise?
It was all custom cars and vans and stuff in the 1980s.
You just used to drive around Chelsea?
Yeah. We used to drive from Manchester down to Chelsea, then have a kip and then drive home again later.
Well, it's going to be one of those things that I just do not understand. But I do see people drive it. I don't get it.
I'll send you some pictures of the van.
Okay, right. Send me some pictures of the van.
You might get it from that. Yeah, the van cost $3,500. The paint job cost $4,500.
What?
Yeah. That was back in 1979.
Wowza. Yeah, send me some photos, mate.
Anyway, what I want to ask, this show, is it fairly level?
Is it what?
on a fairly level surface. Trish
Oh,
struggled. She's had her knees done. Both knees have been replaced. And
sorry, I didn't know what you. I didn't know what you were talking about for a second. Is Booley on a level 7? I think so, from what I remember from it. But someone in the comments might say different. I think Suggs knows better than me.
Right.
Let me Google it. Hang on, mate. Is
I
Booley?
could've done that, couldn't
Yeah,
I?
well, what that? That's what I'm saying. Is but I don't even know how to spell Booley. I'm gonna just on
Beaulia.
a
You?
from what I know of it, from what I remember of it, it is.
Oh, that's all right then. It's
If
just
it's
whether
not-
we bring Tricky's Walker or whether we don't need it.
Oh, well, I don't know. Like, I was just saying, yeah, it is. It's in Booley Gardens, so you might bring it.
I'll put it in the boot just in case.
Yeah, and then you'll just have to run and get it. If you need it, I'll run and get it for you.
Yeah. Great.
All right, I promise.
Well, we booked in somewhere at Stony Cross, which I believe is not that far away.
Oh yeah, because you're staying down, aren't
Yeah, we have to.
you? Probably a
It's
while.
4 hour drive to get there.
It's a long way just to come and see me and Suggs.
I'm not coming to see you and Suggs.
Whatever. Oh dear.
Yeah, but apparently
I look forward to it, mate. I look forward to seeing you, dude.
Anyway. Sorry?
It's next door to what?
It's next door to a little chef.
I didn't even know they still existed.
I didn't either, so I looked it up.
Oh, blast. There we go.
But yeah, an Olympic breakfast. That'll be good.
I'll get you started, my friend. Bello, I look forward to seeing you, mate.
No problem.
I'll chat to you later.
Okay. Cheers, mate.
Bye,
Bye.
dude. Bye. Right. So, right. Bello's. Yeah. So, if you're going to Gardener's World, then just know it's on a level surface. Hello.
Hello, tickets?
Yeah, right. I knew you'd say this. I knew you'd be the one person. That's why I said, kind of rock in and go, all right, tickets, bye.
When is it? It isn't with the general public, is it?
Yeah, it's with real people.
Oh no, I can't be having that.
Come
I
on.
want a ticket before they open the doors.
We're going on a Sunday,
Come on
mate.
now, play the game now.
Yeah, but things have changed now, Sean. Things have changed. Like, not many people are going to be about.
Well, I'll just start to cough.
Well, that will do it. You want tickets?
When is it?
It's not this Sunday. It's the Sunday after.
That's May bank holiday.
I know. You busy, are you?
Yeah.
What? Doing
No,
what?
I'll pass.
What are you up to? Where's your diary get so full?
I'll pass. I'm booked up until August 28th.
August? What? What? Every weekend until August the 28th?
Till August the 28th, 2023.
Well, we know you're a very busy person.
How's it going? How's it hanging, as they say?
Yep. Good, mate. We're talking about Chelsea tonight. Another year missed.
I'm quite looking forward to, because I've been invited on the Monday. I'm quite looking forward to going in September to see if it's going to be a bit different.
Well, it should be, shouldn't it? It should be. It'll be colder. Or could be hotter. Don't know. Actually, September's quite warm, isn't it? There'll be different planting, wouldn't there?
Well, that's what people say. But the thing with Chelsea is, it was never seasonal planting anyway.
It's a good point, actually. They usually force stuff, didn't they?
You know, you go and see the show in May, and Medwin Williams has got cabbages, leeks, and they aren't in season. So, as much as I want to see it in September,
Is it going to be any
maybe
different?
they'll have spring. Maybe they'll have spring flowers on show.
That would be a right. If someone does that, that'd be a right old twist to it, wouldn't it?
I think what's more interesting at the moment is the new garden in Salford.
Yeah, it's open now, is it?
I think it's opening in a few weeks. There was a documentary on TV, and I had the pleasure of being invited up before they did any work to it whatsoever.
Yeah, you never talk about it.
But unfortunately, we couldn't take any pictures. They were a bit protective about it because they knew the TV series was being done.
Oh, okay. So you've seen it. You saw it beforehand.
Yeah, before they'd literally just bought it, and they hadn't even started the work. So this was all part of us doing articles in order to raise the money to fund it.
Oh, I see. So
I remember
to blame.
So I remember going into the walled kitchen garden, and there was literally just the wall there. And
You got to start with something.
And brambles were 6 foot high.
Oh.
And I think the only thing they've kept is the path that went through it. But so it'll be interesting to go back and see it. And also, you've got to look at the positive angle with all this. With the COVID, it should have opened up May or June of last year, but it didn't. And I think that might actually have played to their strengths, because now the plants are going to be a bit more developed.
Yes,
so it's going to look a bit more. It's going to look a bit more like a garden in the fact that they would have bushed out a bit.
Is that the technical name for it?
Yeah. the only problem with RHS Salford, and I suggested this at the time, so I don't know if they are going to do it. It's a bit like if you go to Hyde Hall. If you rely on public transport, they're a bit difficult to get to. So hopefully they'll put a bus on, a bit like the Harrogate show, where there's a bus every hour from like the nearest train station to take you to the showgrounds.
Yeah. It's all you want is a bus, really, isn't it?
Well, a free bus.
And a free bus. Okay.
It's got to be free.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, I think the only problem with it really is it's it's up north.
Well, I used to live in Manchester, so I quite like it up there.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough.
It'll be interesting to see how they cope with the weather, because Manchester weather is a bit like the weather in Wales.
So way up
north. Rains
north.
far more than there is sun.
Yeah, it's always raining. I didn't ask Ian Bellows this today, but usually it's raining. If it's raining here, then it's raining there.
Well, I'm planning on going to Wisley Garden soon.
Oh yeah.
Sometime this summer, just to get out, get a few ideas in the old noggin.
Well, you should come on Saturday and Sunday, the something of July, because there's someone doing some great talks there.
Where? At Wisley?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I might be busy that weekend, but
I didn't tell you the weekend. I just said sometime in July. I didn't say you when.
No, but July is a busy time for proper gardeners.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Watering the veg. Although, saying that, I haven't... This year, I'm so relaxed, I'm nearly asleep. I haven't actually sown a seed this year.
Are you going to?
Well, I ordered them 2.5 weeks ago. About 2 weeks ago, and I'm growing all the varieties that would have been grown during the 1940 Dig for Victory campaign.
Yeah.
And I phoned up the company and I said, I just want to make sure that my seeds aren't stuck in the post. When did you send them? And he said, oh, they're still on the desk in front of me. I said, well, can I have them by the end of June?
Say, what are they waiting for?
And they haven't turned up yet, so I think I might be giving them a call tomorrow.
Oh my God.
it's an organisation that sends out catalogues that are in the Victorian feel, and when you phone up, you feel as if you're phoning a Victorian. So I'm going to phone up and double check to see if they're on a horse and cart somewhere.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, the horse is just coming around the corner from you now.
But you just know what you're gonna like. I do have seeds,
Yeah.
and I know what will happen. I'll sow all them, and then my seeds will turn up the next day.
100 billion %. That's exactly what's going to happen.
So I'm trying to hold off. But yes, haven't got a single seed in, and so far I'm not stressed about it because I think our season is going to continue into September and October.
Yeah, I think, to be honest with you, like, I think people get a little bit too excited in like Jan, Feb time, might even March. People get far too excited about sowing seeds. We can sow a lot later nowadays, can't we?
Yeah, and so they catch up. So
yeah, exactly.
You know.
That's what it's about, isn't it?
So anyway, that's wasted 13 minutes of your show.
Oh, sorry, mate. I didn't know you come on for filler. Right, to confirm, you don't want the tickets.
No.
Brilliant. Well, Gardener's World will love this because it means that no one wants their tickets.
Pop them back in the hat.
Back in the hat. We might.
But Gardener's World, I don't know if that's what you were talking about just now. It's all on the flat.
It's all on the flat. Well, that's good for Mr. Bellows to know that. Thank you.
So there you go.
Yeah,
right. Well, I'm going to pass now because I've been out on the building site for 3 days and I'm a bit dizzy.
On the building site, dizzy.
So, bye for now.
Bye, mate. See you later. Mr. Sean James Cameron there. I thought he said dizzy. I think he meant dirty. I think that's what he meant. 07. Wow. 0742 357 4520. Literally now, really, whoever calls in next, you're getting the ticket. Whether you want them or not. I need to get rid of these tickets. If you want them more, I should have let the actual. I should have let you listeners of the podcast take them. Shouldn't I? Should have gave it. I didn't know we were going to go on this along with this competition, but we are. 0742 357 4520. If you want tickets or just want to say hello, we'll just take hello now when you get the tickets. They're all yours. Or click the link in the comments, everybody. Right. Shall we? What were we doing? Oh, I need to do this before we move on to final half. Final half out of the show. What? Before we move on. I know it only felt like a second ago, but works-uk.com sponsoring the show over the next 6 months. Good on them. If you want to be like Works and sponsor the show, then Lee at skinjinger.co.uk. I would love to hear from you. Oh, I've got a text message. Works, everyone. The other now, why can't I remember the name of these things? The other thing I wanted to tell you about quickly, this is another thing they sent me, was what are they called? Terrible at the names of these stuff. They've got good names though, ain't they, right? Heidelschad, the Landroid. Why can't I find the? Here we go. Right, almost grass cream hedge. I want hedge trimming because these little hedge trimmers are. I get so excited when I use them. I went with my mum and dad's the other day. They've got some. There they go. The Works Zen cordless shrub grass shears. They're handheld, right? They're absolute beauts. And this is going to sound wrong, but my mum and dad have got what are they called? Like box hedging. And basically I just trimmed the balls at the front of the house with them. They're brilliant. Absolutely love them, everyone. Love them. Really easy to use. If you want to check them out, works-uk.com for them. bestdaysvintage.co.uk. Look good, feel good, Go check them out now. And the school garden success plan. If your school class wants to get garden, then this is the plan for you. Full support, all the equipment to get your kids gardening. That's kindergarten.co.uk/school success. There is the adverts, everyone. Big up to them for supporting the podcast and keeping the cameras rolling. Everyone, keeping the cameras rolling on the show. Right. Shall we watch a little bit more of this 1984 Chelsea Flower Show? Before the end of the show, what time is it? Someone just remind me. Before the end of the show, we will quickly check out what RHS have for you. We left it with some old deeds. Hello. Just pointing at stuff. And we're pointing at Anna Titchmarsh. Let's see what they're saying.
This garden sponsored by a local radio station and designed by Cyril Fletcher.
Well, that never happens nowadays. Look at the lawn on it. And proper like fences. Like proper cram these gardens in. I suppose they still do, but these gardens are such actual normal gardens. But maybe our gardens. No, they're still not. These are proper lawns. With a pond in the middle, I know.
He tells me he'd got the common man very much in mind, although the dovecot is a carryover from last year. That attracted attention, and Cyril thought that people would home into it again this year.
Oh, I like that. It worked last year. Still do it again.
But the square pond with straight sides, so that it's easy to mow, and the border sides too.
You never hear Don say that. What did we say? The square borders, so it's easy to mow. Love that.
The fencing, fairly cheap, but great.
These are words you don't hear about Chelsea. And what happened since 1984?
Great masses of colour to attract the ordinary person's eye.
Right, stop. Why do you keep saying ordinary person? Why does he keep saying ordinary person? What does he mean by that? What does he mean by that?
A leading high street store has been working away for 8 years trying to win one of those coveted gold medals. And it was 4 silvers and 3 silver gilts. And this year they're cock-a-hoop. They've won the gold. The garden was designed by David Stevens. He'd used old and new materials and tried to make the most of the split levels. So there were...
Now you're talking. David Stevens. I don't think I've met him.
Plenty of places where we could go out and sit. And then the planting. Those great mounds of rhododendrons, grown as much for the foliage throughout the year as the flowers in May. And then the azaleas, full of colour now and fragrance. And then autumn colour on the foliage. And the white nicotiana. And a complete contrast with that mix of conifers in all the different colours.
Oh, yeah, conifer in there, I'll do it.
And over the pond, the lovely cut-leaved acer. There'll be some covetous eyes cast in this direction over the next few days.
Absolutely hammering it.
Quite regardless of the weather, they flock in and out the marquee as you see the brollies jostle. And there's so much to see, whether you've got an established garden which you want to renovate or you're starting from scratch. There's plenty to inspire you here. And it's fun actually eavesdropping, hear what little groups say to one another, with visitors from as far afield as New Zealand to Kansas, from...
Kansas? I'm wearing red slippers, is she?
Bromley to Birmingham.
I thought he was going to say Booty.
And don't be afraid to ask advice. Chelsea is the perfect place. There the experts can tell you what to choose. Ronald Blom, sorting out the very best tulip for one visitor's garden. But don't be afraid to make notes either, because when you get home...
Why is he whispering? And also, do you think Peter Seabrook's... This is... I feel like if you don't watch it and you listen to it, It's a bit like a horse race, isn't it? And
You'll forget what they've said in a few weeks' time. No reason either, whilst you're there, why you shouldn't place an order. Then in a year or two's time, you'll have a souvenir from Chelsea 1984 in your own garden.
quite a long run-up time for that. It was quite a long run-up time for delivery there.
When I was a lad, I had a paper round, and one of the first flowers I remember noticing was a purple clematis winding its way around somebody's front door.
Oh, someone's found out my favourite climber.
But what an array of varieties you can get nowadays. Even small ones like this Japanese Clematis florida Siboldiana, flowering from late June right until September. A smashing plant too if you've got chalky soil. And that's where the garden pinks belong. These...
I'm not really a floor marquee kind of guy, so I'm going to skip this. I just did... Who's texting on the... Who's texted the main phone saying, Lee, do you know if we can go to the Motor Museum before... I'm giving away tickets. I don't know if you can go to the... Who's texted me saying, do you know if we can go to the Motor Museum before the show? I don't run Artist World Live. I don't. I'm just giving away the tickets. It's not a call centre. What goes on?
And for the bathroom, then the stag's head fern, Platycerum grande.
I can't
Be proud of the quality of these.
Let's just get out of here.
home of the Society's past president, Lord Aberconway. These plants are just 5 or 6 years old. They've been trained up and bent over bamboo.
The Motor Museum is closed, according to Suggett. All right. Can we just please concentrate? Please. Try to do a serious program here. We're in a suit.
Poles and then eventually put on to a wrought iron framework, looking at the peak of perfection at the moment and absolutely delighting the crowds. I think they'll delight Lord Aberconway too.
Who cares about Lord Aberconway? Oh, hang on. What's this? Well, here we go.
The International Garden Exhibition at Liverpool, when she said gardening has been a national occupation for centuries. There cannot be any other occupation that absorbs equally.
I'm not being funny, but I've got big ears, but this geezer has got big... I know it's not what we're here for, but I've got big... He's got big ears. I'm just saying.
Every section of society. And that's as true...
Also, he is the ultimate... Maybe not so much now. He is... He brings together every part of Chelsea. One person.
Of this society as it is of society overall.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
If you think that Chelsea Flower Show can't possibly offer you any ideas for your tiny front garden, well, you're in for a pleasant surprise this year. A leading Sunday newspaper held a competition, and these are the 3 winners. The first one, a plantsman's garden with a raised bed packed with choice plants, and another bed down there for stuff that perhaps likes a little bit of shade. There's even the 101st use for that dead cat. But if you're no plant...
What? What is that? It's not actually a real dead cat, dear listeners. It's a... I hope it's not. It's a concrete, perhaps, cat. Upside down. How do I describe something like this? Upside down with a little... a little... I'm lost for words here. I can't get my words out. Water bath thing for birds, which is ironic because it's a cat. I don't know either.
And you're an idle gardener, then this is for you, the labour-saving plot. covered in gravel to show off those evergreen foliage plants. And the gravel will also keep down weeds, very important if you're an idler. But here is a period piece, Victorian tiling, terracotta and grey, more foliage plants and terracotta pots shown off beautifully. So however tiny your plot, this little lot should be just up your street.
I was going to lay into that, but he's 1984, I suppose. I don't know what gardens used to look like in 1984, but fair enough. Titchmarsh is just well happy as well, so if he's happy, I'm happy.
And a small back garden this time with some beautiful textures with paving and cobbles. Designed and constructed by Faith and Jeff White. And they've got lots of spring bulbs from Holland. Everything from species tulips to fritillarias. Well-grown plants, tastefully planted. On this, one of the regulars, a garden sponsored by a leading Fleet Street paper.
I love it. They can't say who it is. None of them. We all know who it is. Actually, I don't know who that is.
Designed and constructed by father and son team.
Lawn. Say lawn there, look. Don't get lawns at Chelsea anymore. It's all lawn in the middle of the garden.
Donald and Guy Farthing. And Guy's idea was family circle. All of the beds, the lawn, the flower borders, even the fort for the children to play in circles and leading down to the sandpit. And a
So I was just thinking. It's 1984, so it was a long time ago. I was not even born. So, on sandpits, yeah. Great for kids. Great for cats. Great for cats. Love it. They will love it in there. If you're going to have a sandpit, get a cover for it. I like it, though. We've got a little bit of kids stuff going on in 1984 at Chelsea. Also, I mean, it's for anyone's listening, it's a sandpit, a circle of sandpit, and then it's surrounded by gravel, and then some more wood, and it looks like it's surrounded by gravel again. Everyone knows, or if you don't know, if you've got sand, then gravel, and you've got kids, that is never going to stay like that. It's going to be gravel in that sand. It's going to be a mess.
patio too.
Just saying. If I was Marty McFly, the first thing I'd do is tell the doctor, "Hey, Doc, I'm gonna go back to 1984 and tell him that sandpit's gonna be a mess if the cats find out. Run for it, Marty!"
Circular for barbecues and the rest, and even the water feature, a millstone safe for children. One of several worthy gold medal winning gardens.
Oh, we've got gold. Liam says, "Bring back kids stuff at Chelsea." There is always some kid stuff now and again. Liam, there is some kid stuff now and again. They didn't like music in this program, did they? Not like music. Probably good for us.
For those keen gardeners who call themselves plantsmen, Chelsea offers a gourmet's feast. Beth Chatto is fast becoming a legend in her own lifetime.
Beth Chatto! This is 1984.
And the way she
She's becoming a legend.
dovetails those flowers and foliage together makes most gardeners green with envy. Now, no plantsman's garden would be complete without Asa palmatum osakazuki.
Yeah, try and saying that after you had a few gins. I don't like what's this? I'm just skipping through because we're going to run out of time in a minute. Oh, hang on. What's this? This is massive. What is this? We're skipping halfway through. Sorry, team. We're running out of time tonight.
And hops. Thatched roofs on the exhibit from the National Farmers Union, where individual growers from all over the country
have sent the best produce for display. And this year the theme is Storehouse of the Nation. And Alan Nunn has been trying to recreate that feeling of barns and storing everything through the winter.
That is massive structure.
And as soon as the show is finished, all this structure comes down and goes to Liverpool for their Harvest Festival show in October. And there, the visitors will have a bit more space to wander through the stand and look at the quality of the produce. For example, that great river of cauliflowers driven up on lorry by Mrs. Montgomery from Thanet yesterday. And
I love that. I love that. Such backstory to it.
if you've wondered what's been growing under those seas of polythene sheet in the countryside, it's bunches of carrots like those brought by Mr. and Mrs. Boswell from the Isle of Wight. And then great bramleys from Wisbeach and from the orchards of Kent. And something to really tickle the taste buds, asparagus from Mrs. Aveling in Suffolk. But of course the glasshouse growers are there too, with those beautiful cut roses and year-round chrysanthemums.
Who's the strawberries from?
Well, you can't pick your own here. The only person who's likely to taste these berries will probably have royal connections. Strawberries look good in hanging baskets. They're not probably particularly easy to grow there, but they are easy to grow in tower pots, and their berries cascade over the sides, keeping them well free of any kind of soil or mud splashing. If you want a modern variety that's really tasty, I can heartily recommend Tenera. But if it's the large and juicy varieties that you go for, well,
I do. Go on, what we got?
Maxim has a berry that's bigger than bite-sized. Herbs are among the most ancient of garden plants.
Right, okay. Strawberries, didn't expect that. Let's have a little quick. I'm literally going to run out of time tonight. This is an hour programme, I think. Oh, hold on. They have a little chat here. He's got a hose pipe out. What's going on here? What's happening here? Oh, they're showing off the concern. They haven't looked around. They really have a look round, don't they? They really show you what's going on. They're going around the old sales area. Hang on.
Or if you're watching the pounds, then the tantalised at 800 or 900. And if pennies are really important, then the new bubble polythene covered greenhouse. That saves the heat somewhat in winter. And just across the avenue, then we've got every kind of machine, from ride-on mowers to the tiniest trimmer and trimmer.
Which we all know we now go to Works for. Works-uk.com.
But if it's not so much the grass in your lawn, but the weeds that are a problem, well, how about one of these? It's a little touch weeder. Push it, and out comes the sponge there. You load the weed killer into the top here, and simply place that down on the ground to spot, touch, and kill the weeds you want to bump off. And there's no danger of any of it.
Oh, God. Okay, hang on.
It's spreading where you don't want it.
But with all that wet, how about the slugs? I mean, here we've got a completely new slug killer. It just comes...
Oh, God. What are we doing? This is 1984. All right? Sucks. Sucks going, oh, my God, he said weed killer. I know. Now he said slug killer. It's, oh, well, you think that chemical's good? Oh, well, you check this one. You want to kill slugs? And I don't know what he's about to say. I'm really surprised that weed killer never took off. I don't know if anyone still uses that or has seen it before, but brace yourself for this next bit.
Comes out like toothpaste in a little squirt.
Whoa.
None of that brand to attract pets and dogs, much safer. And the slugs don't half go for it, doesn't half kill them.
No, it's not so much...
I love that. Don't half kill them. Takes them out. Dave, hello, good evening to you. We've got 7 minutes left.
Slugs that are a problem in my garden at the moment is birds bumping off things like broad beans. But they wouldn't come for much longer, I think, if they saw one of these.
Oh, God, what's he going to show? What is he going to show? You might have a problem with birds coming along, eating your beans. Use this. It's a taser. I don't think it is.
I think it might frighten off the cat as well. How about a kestrel hovering over your veg plot? You've got one of these little bouncy poles, and you sort of pull it and stand well back. I don't think my daughters would leave that alone.
No hope for him, is there? But if the roses, are getting a bit sort of shaky, those rustic poles got rotten, then the plastic covered steel tube, quite secure once it's up, and of course it won't rot. Soon covered if you don't like the plastic.
The thing is, I've got quite a lot of climbers growing on walls, and I found these little things very useful.
This is amazing. This is like watching. Tomorrow's World, isn't it? Crossbow.
Plastic plant ties, but with in the centre a piece of sort of epoxy resin. Looks almost like modelling clay. You stuff it in there when you've mixed it and kneaded it together with your fingers, and then it can go over and stick, hopefully, even in wet weather, on the wall like that, and you move it round. Whoops! When it sticks on properly.
Oh, it didn't work. Oh God. Okay.
Properly, go on, and actually sandwich your plant in between it. Very nifty little thing. Sets hard within a few hours.
And once it's on, you never get it off, can you? But then how about this as a tree tie? Quite a clever idea, really. With a thing like a long nail, fits into there, and you push that right into the soil, a full 18 inches, and then when you start to pull on the guy rope, that swings round and gives you tremendous anchorage to hold up trees and things. Even if you've got a polythene greenhouse in the wind, you might use that to anchor it a bit.
And certainly with the trees that you've planted, the thing that they're going to need at this time of year, and they're getting plenty at the moment, is a good shower of rain. But if you don't get the shower, well, how about a hosepipe? Mine's always in a terrible state at home. This thing would do me...
This better be something amazing, because he's literally just shown us a hose pipe.
Nicely, because you don't have to take the entire hose out as you do with a lay flat hose to use any of it. And something to remind me to wash the car, and a rose that will fit on the end. Very nifty little outfit, that.
Well, and then...
I mean, it's 1984. I suppose that was special. Maybe one day someone will watch this back and say it was just a battery powered jet washer. Maybe in 30 years' time, when the jet washer's walking about on its own. I don't know. Anyway.
And if you want to do your feeding at the same time, you put the liquid feed in the can, and this thing rather works like a carburettor. Comes off the end, you see, there. Put that on and screw that really tight, and you can adjust the flow by just moving that thing up and down and go around feeding everything and watering at the same time.
You're the man who has everything, really, aren't you? Well, but you haven't got this. Look, you like this.
How many things have they got? I'm running out of time here.
Now, I can see you walking down your rose bushes with this strapped like a fire extinguisher to your waist. You pump it up. It's got fungicide in it. Pair of secateurs attached to the end. And every time you cut your rose, psst, out...
No, come on. No, that's not still about, is it? We need to do this. Maybe one week I'll have a look to see some of the... No, I'll have a look to see if we can find some of the best gardening tools from 1980s or something. See if they're still about now. No, come on.
Little blob of fungicide. Now, how about that? Trouble is, cost you £85.
No hope for...
What? £85? Dave says like Inspector Gadget. Oh gosh.
You at all. If you've got a very big garden and you want to apply weed killers or feeds, then if you look at that pump, very clever really, because with the speed of the wheels, it increases and decreases the delivery of fertiliser. So the faster you walk, the more fertiliser you get. Very clever design.
Please say that's it. That is it. Well, that was unexpected. To tonight's show. But there's definitely content there for the future, right? Wow, we didn't get a chance to check out Virtual Chelsea tonight. 85 quid, I know. But do go check it out on the RHS website. I'll let you know next week what I thought about it. But it's been fun. Got a suit on. We chatted a little bit about Chelsea. And I'm really, really looking forward to September. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed they'll give me a pass to get in for two reasons. One, that I'll be able to wear a suit. Two, it'll do my ego. And great things. And three, I'll be able to tell you what it was like, everybody. So that's September. I'm looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be a man and gals. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But for now, tonight, I must say thanks very much to our sponsors, Works, Best Days, and School Garden Suspend, new sponsor coming next week. Everybody, look out for that. And to say thank you to everyone that's called in tonight. We didn't get rid of those tickets. I might pass them on to Suggs for his show. on Sunday. If you want to check that out, then please do. If you listen to the podcast, thanks so much. Go give it a review. We've not had a review for a while, so go give it a little review. I'd really be welcome. 5 stars only. I've not asked for reviews for a while. If you review in the next couple of days, I can't give you tickets because it's on the podcast actually. But we'll come with some new prizes. Go review the show on your podcast app, and we'll pick it out of that hat. Whoever reviews, we'll pick it out of it. Does that make sense? You trying to know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, it's the end of the show. You know it. Look, thanks so much. Look after yourself. Look after the family. Most of all, look after that garden. I'll speak to you later. You're beaming positivity and radiance. You look amazing, mate. What just happened? Hey, mate. Or, right, I love singing, right? So I could be a singer, you could be a backing dancer, band. Oh my God. Oh, I know this. Oh, guys. Right. Oh my. Oh, right. We're just going to have to go off script for a second. Absolutely idiot proof. Oh my gosh, Danny. Forget it. Get out of here. That was unexpected.